Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve this September daily lead code challenge problem, which is 332 reconstruct an itinerary. So let me read the problem statement first, as we always do. So you are given a list of airline tickets where tickets of ith index represents from this to 2. Okay, it represents the departure and the arrival airports of one flight. Okay, and we have to reconstruct the itinerary in order and return it. Okay, and all of the tickets belongs to a man who departs from JFK. The itinerary must begin with JFK, and if there are multiple valid itineraries, you should return the itinerary that has the smallest lexical order when we read it as a single string. Okay, so we are in this question, what we are given is we are given an tickets of array of tickets, right? Or you can say vector of tickets in which at each index there is two components. One is the from, and second one is to, which represents the airport stations, or you can say airport destination and source, right? After that, what we are going to do is we have to make an itinerary or construct an itinerary from the JFK station. It is the source station, right? And what one thing I need to keep in mind is the itinerary that has the smallest lexical order, I have to select that one. So in this question, there might be the possibility that there are more than one itineraries after construction, right? But we have to select the most smallest lexical order itinerary, right? So what this smallest lexical order itinerary means, let me read this example, right? We have an itinerary which is JFK and LGA, right? And another is JFK LGB. If we write it as a single string, JFK LGA and JFK LGB, these two individually, this has the smaller lexical order because at this these are the same in both, but this a comes first after and b comes after a, right? So this is the lexically smallest order, right? If you have any doubt in lexical order, but our lexical order, you can google it. It is a small concept and you will able to grasp it easily. So in this question, if we take this example, we have a connection with source as MUC and LHR as destination. Okay, one is JFK as source and MUC as destination. One is SFO as source and SJC is destination. One is LHR is source, SFO is destination. So in this scenario, if we carefully observe, there is only one possible itinerary which starts from JFK, right? JFK to MUC, MUC to LHR, SFO and this SJC. Because we need to also keep in mind that uh, each airport will be included in our itinerary, right? So this is the basic, or you can say the example in which only one possible itinerary are there. What if we take this case? Let me copy this. We have already copied it, yes. So if we take this example, answer should be like this. Answer should be like this. So how can we achieve that? So what we are going to do is we will make a hash map in which our key is the string, or you can say the source, right? And the values are the destination which are present in the min heap. So we have, from one source we have many destinations, right? In this case, if we take this, JFK is a source, as a source has two destinations, right? But we have to select the most smallest lexical order wise, right? So we will pick first ATL instead of SFO, right? So for that we need a data structure which returns lexically smallest order, right? So we will take the min heap as a, so as a, you can say, helper for that, which will return automatically the smallest lexical order, right? So we will declare a map in which our key is a string and the value is a min heap, right? So if we iterate over this and try to fill our map, so JFK as a source, initially our map is has nothing, or you can say no key value pairs. Initially it was empty. So if we try to iterate from this index, we have nothing, so we will insert one key value pair which is JFK, and we will make sure that we will push this destination SFO in our min heap, right? We have put that. After that we will move to second index. Again we have a JFK. So since we have created one of the entries for JFK, so we will simply push that that destination ATL in our min heap, right? And since we are using min heap, it will automatically rearrange in the lexically smallest order, and it will look like this. So at top we have ATL. After that we will move to this index. We have SFO. Since till now we don't have any key starting from SFO, so we will make an key value pair and we will push ATL. After that we will check whether ATL is present in the map. No, so we will make one more entry ATL, and destination for ATL will be JFK, so we will be pushing in the min heap for the ATL, right? After that we will move to this index. We have ATL present and the destination SFO, so we will try to push that in a min heap of ATL, right? After that we have this map, right? What we need to do is, also we will check whether A B C D F G H I J K L M N O P Q. Yeah, so this is in lexically smallest order. So after that what we need to do is we will make a string answer, sorry, vector of string answer which we need to return, right? Now we will check now what we need to do in this question is, since we need to go deep down to a problem, right? If we start from JFK, we will try to select ATL, then we will try to do inside do a search for ATL. So by this we can say that we are using we are going to use DFS, right? So we will call a DFS over here after we inserted all key value pairs in our map. So initially our call is from, in this question we have given that always this may start from depart from JFK. So initially our source is JFK, so we will call, so we were writing over here the what are the calls we are going to make in DFS, right? Let me rename the DFS calls, right? Initially we will call JFK. After that JFK will check in our map. Let me remove this because it will not create confusion. Now JFK will check whether it has neighbors in its min heap or its min heap is empty. So since they at present they have two, or you can say the min heap is not empty, so we will try to pick this element, store it somewhere and pop this out. So we have stored it, since now we will pop this out and again call the ATL is the neighbor, so now our new source will be ATL. So we will call ATL, DFS call on ATL, right? After that ATL will check whether it is present in the map. Yes, it is present. It will check whether it has neighbors. Yes, it has neighbors, so it will store this JFK, pop this element and try to make a DFS call on JFK, right? After that it will again check whether JFK has any neighbors inside the min heap. So yes, it has SFO, so we will try to store it, remove from the min heap, make a DFS call SFO. After that what we need to do is we will check whether SFO has any destination. So yeah, ATL is present, so we will try to store it first, then pop this out and we will call a DFS. After that what we need to do is check whether ATL will be having any destination. Yes, SFO, so we will try to store it somewhere, pop this out and make a DFS call on SFO. After that SFO will not have any destination present now, since we have used, right? So what we need to do is we will simply in our answer we will push back our SFO, right? After that our SFO function gets over, right? We will be at ATL call, right? After that we will check any destination present for ATL. No, so we will simply push ATL in our answer, right? After that what we need to do is we will simply pop this from this function, or you can say get back to SFO call and we will check for SFO. Since we have nothing in our destination, so we will again push our SFO and our SFO function will get over, right? After that we will be at JFK call. JFK will check nothing is present in the min heap, so we will try to push that JFK in our answer vector. After that JFK also gets over, we will be at ATL. We will again check for ATL, since it has nothing in the min heap, so we will try to push that ATL as well. After that what we are going to do, simply same step, ATL will get over and we will be at the last, or the you can say the first call of our DFS, which is JFK. We will check whether JFK has any neighbor. No. Any destination. No, so we will simply push JFK, right? After that JFK calls also gets over, we have answer in our answer vector. Now what we need to do is, since we you can see that the answer vector has the reverse order, so we have to reverse our answer, right? So to get the desired answer, because in this question we have declared that it is given that JFK will be the source, so we will reverse this answer and we will return it. Why we are reversing it? Because since we have used backtracking, so that's why our solution comes up like this, so we have to reverse it. Right now we will code for this. So first of all what we need to do is we will declare the vector of string answer, right? After that we need to declare our unordered map, which has key as string and value as priority queue having string. And since we are using min heap, so we will have to write this extra lines of code also, because by default it if we use only priority queue bracket string, so it will be max heap, right? After that we will name it as mp. We will iterate over here I less than tickets dot size I plus plus. What we need to do is simply mp of tickets of I 0th, which is a source, dot pushback dot push only, since we are using min heap, tickets of I of 1, right? After that what we need to do is we will make a DFS call on answer map, and source is JFK, right? After that we will simply reverse our answer dot begin, answer dot end, return our answer vector. We need to implement our DFS as well. So vector of string answer, we have to simply copy this for map and string source, right? What we need to do is, wait a second, what we have to paste it over here. String source. After that we will check up till our mp of source will give you a priority queue. We will check whether this is empty or not. If it is not empty, then what we have to do is we will simply make a new source equals what, mp of source dot top. After that, since we have stored it, now we can simply pop this out, pop. After that what we need to do is make a DFS call on answer comma map comma new source, right? After that what we need to do is simply in our answer vector we have to push our source, right? I hope this will run. Wait a second. Okay, we have done a spelling mistake over here. Also here greater of string. Now it is perfectly passed this test case. Now so we'll submit this solution and check whether it is passing all the test case or not. Yes, it is working fine, and I am hoping that this approach and the code will be easy for all of you after my explanation. So if you find this video helpful, will make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel, so that I'll keep posting other LeetCode challenges as well. Thank you.